Accounting Tutorials, Chapter 5, page 192. MC Resurfacing Limited, Surfaces and Upgrade Services of Car Parks. You are calculating a quotation for job MC980. You've been given a partly completed spreadsheet by your manager to assist you in this task that includes some of the relevant cost information for the job. The job will be completed in period 27, which is 3 months from now. The tarmac PM821 required for the job has been subject to price increases, so you must forecast the expected cost in period 27 for this material. You must then complete the job cost calculations. You've been given the direct labour rates for each team. Site preparation team £15 per hour, tarmac laying £18.10 per hour. The sales manager would like you to produce a graph to show the relevant costs and margins for this job. We need to save the spreadsheet in the appropriate location and rename it as MATST Chapter 5 Activity Answer so we can refer back to it. So File, Save As, call it what you need to call it, and then save. Open the renamed work file on your worksheet 5.4 PM821. So 5.4 PM821 is this one here. We've been asked to use the forecast to determine the price per tonne for PM821 for the period 27. We need to fill the specific quote information cells B28 to C28 in green. So as we're looking at period 27, I'm going to type period 27. I need the forecast function of my formula. So I'm going to go to Formula, Insert Function. You can do it from home. Now the x-axis here is what we're looking for, which is period 27. From your data, you need to ascertain what columns they're referring to and which one will be the y-axis and which one will be the x-axis. So think about a graph. On the x-axis, which is the bottom of your graph, what would normally go there? That would be the period. So you just highlight the data that would go in your x-axis like such. And the price per tonne would be the y-axis of your graph. And that is your forecast done. So it's saying it's going to be £90 and 9p. I need to highlight these and fill them in green. So I'm just going to go font, choose the green that I like, and there we have it. That task is done. On worksheet 5.4 job cost, we need to link the forecast price per tonne calculated on worksheet 5.4 forecast PM821. So I need to go to job cost, and in price I want to link the forecast figure, which is this one here, but I need to round it to 2 decimal places. So just after the equals, I'm going to type round open brackets. At the end of the 28, I'm going to do comma 2 for 2 decimal places and close the bracket. It's now saying center align the titles 4 and 5. So I'm just going to click on 4 and 5, go to alignment and center, making sure they're active and they've gone to the center. Enter the appropriate labour rates for direct labour elements, which was given to us up above. So for site preparation it was £15 and for tarmac £18 and 10p. It's now saying use appropriate formulas to calculate the cost for each element of the job and the total cost in column E. So here equals open brackets, quantity multiplied by price, close brackets. I can then replicate down for the direct labour, clear that formula. Now here it's saying site preparation is 60% of labour costs. So I'm going to go equals open brackets. That's the total cost multiplied by 60%, close bracket. and that one's done. For tarmac, I'm going to go equals open bracket, and it's saying £30 per labour hour, so it's 120 hours multiplied by £30, close bracket. I now want to do the total cost, so I'm just going to go to formulas, auto sum, and highlight all my costs. It's saying margin. Use a formula to find the margin in E16 and the selling price in E17. Well, if we look, we have sales, cost of goods sold, and gross profit. Well, we know gross profit is at 20. Sales, because its markup, is at 100, which means cost of goods is 80. So I need to basically divide this figure by 80, times it by 20 to find the gross profit. Let me just clear that. I'm just going to do an equals open brackets. This figure divided by 80 multiplied by 0.2. That gives me 4,409. And now I need to work out the selling price, which will be adding the total costs and the margin. So just going to go auto sum and making sure it's highlighted both them. It's now saying use an if statement in E18 to confirm that the margin in E16 is correct of the selling price in E17. If it is, I want to state OK. If it isn't, I want to say check. So I want if E16 divided by E17 equals 0.2 or 20%, then I want you to say OK. Otherwise, I want you to say check. And as it says OK, it means I've done my formula correct. It says add a comment in E9 saying confirmed with Site Prep Manager. So E9, this one here, right click, new comment, confirmed with Site Prep Manager. And then when you're done, just click the arrow and you'll see a blue little message. So that lets you know that it's there. Copy the worksheet 5.4 and paste it into the worksheet MC980 graph. So you could do Control A or magic triangle. Remember, in your exam, a lot of the shortcuts have been taken away. So you will need to learn how to do everything long way, not rely on the shortcut. So you could go home, copy, and then go to 5.4 graph, click where you want it and paste. So it's saying hide rows 8, 11, 14, 15 and columns B to D. So I can do them all in one go. Click on 8, hold control, 11, 14 and 15 and columns B all the way to D. Right click and hide. Okay, maybe I'll have to do the columns separately. Let's do that again. Right click and hide. B to D. Right click and hide. Alright. Insert a 3D chart showing the cost and margins. Label the chart quotation for job MC 980 total selling price £22,045. So I'm going to highlight all my data up to margin. Going to go to insert. I want a 3D chart. So I'm just clicking chart. And then I want to add a title. So title above. And I'm going to call that quotation for job MC980 total selling price 22,045. Add data labels showing the amount and percentages. So click back on the chart. I want to do data labels, more out, and I want value and percentage. Done. Change the color of the segment site preparation overhead to a light blue and margin to a light green. So let me make this big so you can all see. I'm just going to move this to the right, and then I'm going to make this a bit bigger. So, site preparation. Just check it is site preparation. Site preparation to a light blue. So, site preparation 3375. This one here. So I'm making sure only that segment. It is a light blue, but I want to make sure that they fully see that. So I'm just going to go and change the color manually. Let's come off and just do that. So as you can see, everything's highlighted. I've just double clicked to only have that segment active. Then I'm going to go to fill and choose a light blue. It says margin 20% to a light green. Margin 20%, which is this one here. So I'll click it again, so I'm only on the segment I want. I want that to a light green. Move the legend to the right hand side of the graph. So I'm going to go to add chart elements, legend to the right. There we go. Resize the graph so it can easily be read. So as you can see, some numbers are overlapping. So I'm just going to move it up. And then I'm just going to go to the corner, drag it out, make it bigger. Still a bit overlapping. That's better. And it says amend the header to show quotation in the header to show quotation for job MC 920. So I need to do it insert. I need my header and footer. Let me just make this bigger so I can get the icon. Header. And it wanted it to be amended to say quotation for job MC 980. 0. And then it wants me to save the worksheet. And there we have it. Part 1 is now done.